You're passionate about supporting families with gentle sleep strategies, but you're stuck on one crucial question. How do I actually get my first clients when I'm just starting out? Well, here's what I want you to know. You don't need years of experience, a perfect website, or thousands of followers. You just need the right system. And today I'm going to share the exact business flywheel method that has helped women just like you turn their passion into a thriving sleep coaching practice that gives them so much joy while allowing them to work on their own terms. And this isn't theory or some maybe this will work strategy. This is the proven system that works even if you're starting completely from scratch. Now, before we dive in, I'm genuinely curious about your journey. So drop me a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest fear about starting your sleep consulting practice? Is it feeling unqualified or not knowing where to find clients or worrying about pricing or something else entirely? I read every single comment and often create content based on your questions. So I would love to know. All right, so let me tell you about Airbnb for a moment because their story perfectly illustrates what you're about to learn. So when Brian Pesky and Joe Gabia started Airbnb, they literally rented out their air mattresses in their San Francisco apartment to make rent money. So they had no experience running a hospitality business, no reviews, no credibility. So guests were essentially sleeping on the floor of strangers' apartments. But here's what they understood. They understood what most people miss. They needed to create what I call a trust flywheel. So one good guest experience led to a positive review, and that review attracted the next guest, and that guest had a great experience and left another review, and each positive experience built credibility that attracted more guests and more hosts, and soon they had unstoppable social proof that transformed them into the billion-dollar company that we know now. So your sleep consulting business works exactly the same way. You don't need to be perfect from day one. You don't need decades of experience. You need to create your own flywheel of trust and transformation, one family at a time. So here's how your flywheel works. So you provide your service. Families have a transformative experience. They become your passionate ambassadors and they share their story and refer others. And this creates authentic social proof, which brings more of your ideal families to you who have a great experience, and the cycle accelerates. And just like Airbnb, each happy family becomes fuel propelling your business forward until you build unstoppable momentum. And one of our graduates, Annie, understood this perfectly. So she worked with a family who felt so helpless about sleep that they had completely given up and vowed never to have another child. And the parents were at that breaking point. Their marriage was suffering, they were exhausted, and they felt like failures. But Annie's holistic approach didn't just solve their sleep challenges, it transformed their entire family dynamic, and the parents rediscovered their connection with each other and their child. They felt confident and empowered as parents for the first time. And of course, if you feel like that, you are going to shout about that from the rooftops. Now, you might be thinking, but Emma, I don't have a client list. I don't have an email list with thousands of people. I'm starting from zero. And actually, you're not. You already have a substantial network, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. So list number one, email contacts. So go to your email account, Gmail, Outlook, whatever you use, pull every single contact, anyone you've ever messaged, emailed for work, personal reasons, anything, that colleague who went on maternity leave, your child's teacher, your neighbor who moved away, like everyone. So that's your first list. So list number two is social media connections. And every social media profile where you can send direct messages. So you've got Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, even old platforms you haven't used in years. So I want you to write down every follower, every connection, every person you could potentially contact. And you don't want to filter that yet. You just want to collect that information. And then list number three is your phone contacts. So what I want you to do is export your entire phone contact list. Everyone, your hairdresser, parents from your child's nursery, or old university friends, former colleagues, family members. And when you combine these three lists, I guarantee you'll have a decent list of potential connections. And some of our students discover they have over 500 contacts that they never realized that they had. And here's what might surprise you. We're not going to do anything weird or salesy or pushy with this list. That's not how we build trust. We're going to approach this with genuine care and authentic connection. So what I want you to do is pick the platform where you have the most contacts. So if most people are on Instagram, start there. If you have more email contacts, use email. If your phone contacts are strongest, use text or WhatsApp. Like, keep it simple. Just master one platform before moving to the others. Now, here's where most people get this completely wrong. They send a generic copy and paste message. Don't do that. So instead, you're going to be genuinely human. So just take 20 seconds, yes, just 20 seconds to look at their profile or think about your connection with them and find something real and specific that you know you have in common or knowledge that you have about them. So it could be like, hey, Sarah, I saw you had your second baby. Congratulations. Or, hi, Emma, I remember you mentioning you were moving house. How did it go? Or, it was lovely seeing you at the school pickup last month. So this isn't about being perfect or clever. It's about showing you care enough to notice something real about their life. And it's about being a human being connecting with another human being. So what you want to do is set yourself a manageable goal. So let's say you're reaching out to 10 to 20 people per day. That's totally doable. And as a wise mentor once told me, you've got to do the hard work to make everything else feel easy. And that's true with this. So the first message might take 20 minutes because you might overthink everything. That's normal. The second message will take 5 minutes. And by the 10th message, you will be flowing naturally. Now, when they respond, and many will, this is where the magic happens. So you want to use what I call the A.P.P framework. So A, acknowledge their current situation. P, praise their efforts and dedication. P, a thoughtful question that opens a conversation. So let me give you a real example. Say someone responds that they're doing well but exhausted because they just went back to work after having their second child. So acknowledge is you saying like, I can imagine how overwhelming it must be juggling 2 little ones and returning to work. Praise would be saying the fact that you're managing all of this takes incredible strength and dedication. You're doing such an important job caring for your family. Pose might be, how are you finding the sleep situation during this transition? I know that can be one of the biggest challenges when everything else is so demanding. So you're not selling anything yet. You're building a genuine connection and showing that you understand their world. Now, this is crucial because after they share their situation, you make what I call the perfect ask. So you say, do you know anyone in your circle who's struggling with gentle sleep support for their toddler? I'm opening up a few spaces to help families with exactly that challenge. And notice what happened? You asked if they know someone else. You're requesting a small favor, asking them to think of someone who might need help. You're not asking them to buy something or commit to anything. So the energy is completely different and it feels natural and helpful rather than pushy. Now, some people will say, this sounds exactly what I need. And that's perfect. Now they've identified themselves as interested. And others will say, let me think about who might need that. And they become connectors who can refer people to you. And now they're moved from a contact to what we call an engaged lead, like someone who's shown genuine interest in what you offer. And you might be thinking, how do I get them to work with me when I don't have experience or testimonials yet? How can I charge money when I'm just starting out? And here's the secret that changes everything. Remove all friction by making your offer irresistible, which is making it free. So what you're going to do is say, I'd love to support your family's sleep journey at no cost while I'm building my practice. All I ask for are 3 things. First, that you genuinely engage with the process and implement what we discuss. Second, you give me honest feedback about working with me. And third, if you see great results, I'd be grateful for a testimonial that I can share with other families. So you might be wondering, should I really work for free? Isn't that devaluing myself? And here's the truth. You're building something way more valuable than immediate income. You're building confidence, real-world experience, and most importantly, social proof. And think about it. If people won't work with you for free, then they definitely won't pay you. And when you remove the financial risk, families are going to be much more willing to give you a chance. And when you deliver amazing results, they become your biggest advocates. And remember our Airbnb example, those first few guests essentially got an incredible deal, a place to stay in San Francisco for almost nothing, but their positive reviews built the foundation for everything that followed. And your free clients are your foundation. They're not just charity cases, they're investments in your future success. But Emma, I hear you say, I can't work for free forever. How do I start making money? And of course you can't work for free forever, and you shouldn't. So here's the progressive pricing system that builds both your confidence and your income. So for the first 5 families, you're going to do that for free, building your confidence, skills, and testimonials. Next 5 families, 50% of your target rate. Next 5 families after that, 70% of your target rate. Next 5 families after that, 80% of your target rate. And next 5 families after that, 95% of your target rate. And from there, it's 100% and beyond. So you set that main rate, and that's where everyone else. And let's say your eventual goal is to charge £300 for a consultation package. Your pricing journey would look like this. So families 1 to 5 are free, families 6 to 10 are £150, families 11 to 15, £210, families 16 to 20, £240, families 21 to 25, £285, and then all the families from there are £300 upwards. And by the time you've worked with 30 families, you'll have incredible testimonials, you'll have unshakable confidence, and you'll have case studies, proven results, and a wait list of families. All those families that want to work with you. And one of our graduates followed this exact system. She started with 0 expectations. She literally was just hoping to make what she called coffee money. And she now has nearly 70,000 followers and is fully booked. But she started exactly where you are right now with her first free family. So here's what you need to understand. Your free clients will grow your business in 3 powerful ways, and they often become more valuable than paying clients in the long run. So first, they'll leave reviews that attract new families, and these authentic testimonials become your marketing gold. And when exhausted parents read a review from someone who was exactly in the same situation that they're in right now, and they found hope through your support, that's more powerful than any advert could create. And then second, they're going to refer friends and family members who need your support. Word of mouth referrals are the strongest leads that you can create because they come with trust. And when someone's sister or best friend recommends you, half the selling, well, it's already been done. Now, third, many will transition to paying clients as you raise your rates. So as you develop new services or they need additional support, they're often your first customers because they've already experienced your value. So you want to think long term, not short term. One happy free client can refer 3 to 5 paying clients over the next year, and that is incredibly valuable. And our graduate, Lucy Bagwell, well, she understood that perfectly. She now has over 150 5-star Google reviews, and parents actively seek her out. She doesn't chase clients anymore because they come to her. They see all of those incredible reviews on Google. So here's what happens as your flywheel gains momentum. Each family you help becomes an ambassador for your work. Each testimonial builds your credibility, and each referral brings you qualified leads who already trust you because someone they trust recommended you. And soon you're not chasing clients, they're coming to you. And you start getting messages like, my friend worked with you and had the most amazing results. Do you have any availability? And actually, Sarah from our program experienced this perfectly. She got her first 3 clients within 2 weeks by simply reaching out to her NCT group with this message. So she said, hey everyone, I'm training in holistic sleep support and I'd love to help a few families for free while I build my practice. Anyone struggling with gentle approaches to sleep. 3 mums responded immediately, but here's the beautiful part. Each of those mums referred other families to her. So the key is just starting the flywheel. And once it's moving, it builds its own momentum. And you might be thinking, well, what happens if I'm not ready? What if I don't know enough yet? What if I make a mistake? And here's what I learned after supporting over 600 sleep consultants. Your ideal first clients aren't looking for someone with 20 years of experience necessarily. They're looking for someone who cares deeply, who listens without judgment, who sees their child as unique and offers them hope through gentle, evidence-based approaches. And that's exactly what you can provide starting today. Like your experience helping your own family, supporting friends, or simply your passion for gentle approaches, that's valuable. Your fresh perspective, your dedication to learning, your genuine care, that's what families need. So perfect can be the enemy of good. Just start where you are with what you have, serving who you can. All right, so your first 5 clients are in your network right now. They're tired, they're overwhelmed, they're confused by conflicting advice, and they're searching for someone exactly like you to offer them a better way forward. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for hope, for someone who understands their values, for gentle solutions that honor their family's needs. And the difference between those who build successful practices and those who don't, it's not just talent and credentials. It's actually taking action. So the person who reaches out to 20 people this week beats the person who's still getting ready 6 months from now. So your flywheel is waiting to be started. All it takes is your first conversation with someone who needs your support. All right, so if you are ready to turn your passion into a thriving sleep consulting practice, I would love to offer you a free discovery call. And on this call, we're going to create your personalized roadmap for getting your first 5 clients. So we're going to identify exactly who to start with in your network and discuss how our holistic sleep coaching program can support your journey from being an aspiring consultant to a confident practitioner. So these calls are specifically for people who are serious about building a purpose-driven business that serves families while creating the flexibility and income that you desire. All right, so click the link below to book a free strategy call. We offer a limited number of these every month. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We share practical strategies like this every single week to help you build a sleep coaching business that's going to make a huge impact and is going to help you become visible. Because if you aren't seen, then it doesn't matter how amazing you are. Okay, so in the comments, let me know what steps resonated with you today. What are you going to start with? Your email, contacts, social media, or phone contacts? I'm genuinely excited to hear about your journey, and I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. Speak soon.